a live Phalange box lift, diamond walls rising across the lateral, and louver bracket work finally kicking off at Tribuna. This update is packed from start to finish. The compression ring is closing in on the halfway mark at South Goal, and every single zone has something new to show. Camp Nou is moving fast. Let's get straight into it. Before we begin, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future Camp Nou updates. The lateral diamond walls are advancing fast, and multiple sections are moving simultaneously. At the South Goal end, workers were on site with a hydraulic hammer chipping excess concrete from the rebar stubs that will anchor the next diamond wall. The prep work matches the exact same sequence we saw before the other sections were formed. Further along, the most advanced diamond is already well ahead. The concrete columns are poured, the formwork stripped, and workers are applying wet curing fabric to prevent cracking as the concrete sets. Right next to it, a second section has its front and side faces fully formworked and is being prepped for the pour. The rear wall still needs forming, but at the current pace that will follow within days. On the louver front, a new slat was placed in the upper section near the north goal corner during filming, and crews were moving steel beams into position inside the mobility core area. A few bracket gaps remain in some rows, but elevated platforms are actively closing them out. South Goal is the standout update today. The compression ring pushed forward with 2 new Phalange boxes placed since yesterday, and during filming a third box was lifted into position from the tower crane. Workers on the false work guided it millimeter by millimeter, using ropes to rotate the box into alignment before it dropped between the radial beams. One more Phalange completes this segment, after which the next pillar and radial beam sequence begins immediately. The construction team has indicated the full compression ring could be complete by end of August. Watching the daily rhythm here, that target looks very realistic. The ring is now closing in on the halfway point of the South Goal zone. On the louver front, the upper South Goal section is now fully wrapped. The last slats were placed since yesterday, closing out that row completely. Down at ground level, a worker was painting the steel bracket frames with a black roller coat, the final prep step before louver bracket connectors and anchor bolts go in. The lower South Goal section is next in line and is nearly ready. North Goal was in preparation mode today. In the midsection, a worker was applying a white primer coat to the steel radial beam frames, surface treating the metal and marking bolt positions ahead of the next bracket installation phase. At the Tribuna corner, 2 escalator units are now on site. The first arrived last week and is already positioned around the back of the corner. The second unit arrived yesterday and is staged nearby ready for placement. A large delivery of Panasonic branded boxes also appeared at the corner, likely LED or electrical components for the stadium systems. Tribuna reached a milestone today. The first louver bracket unions are going up. Workers were installing the metal connectors on the upper row of the Tribuna facade, and a crane was actively swinging one of these units into position during filming. An elevated platform was right there to receive it. The sequence from here is a long one. Unions first, then bracket supports, then anchor bolts, then guide rail alignment, and only then louver slat installation. But Tribuna getting started is a big deal. Elsewhere in Tribuna, sandwich panels are being finished off by workers on elevated platforms. The store diamond area outside has been largely cleared, fencing removed, glass panels and door frames stacked nearby, opening up clear sightlines to the interior work ahead. That is your Camp Nou update for today. And it delivered. A live Phalange lift at South Goal, diamonds rising across the lateral, and Tribuna finally starting its louver bracket sequence. Every zone is pushing forward. If you enjoyed today's update, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more Camp Nou construction coverage. There is still so much to come at this stadium. Thank you for watching, and as always, Visca el Barça.